Hello, welcome to Wildermyth. I am a Prustian. So this is a game that I have been playing while I hang out with my husband, Almarin. But he is on a 2-week trip, and so I told him I would record some episodes for him and then anybody else who's interested to watch. And so I'm going to do that. I have been playing this game for, I don't know, a month or so now. I have already done 3 different campaigns: the Age of Ulstrix, the Enduring War, the Monarchs Under the Mountain. And when I did Monarchs Under the Mountain, it opened up this bonus campaign. And so I have no idea what happens here. I'm going to give it a try. So, Sunswallower's Wake, a forgotten tyrant returns to this Talon-torn land. In the grey reaches, blood betrays blood. Bonds are kept, bonds are broken. And the feathered thief who ate a piece of the sun hungers still for more. A 3-chapter campaign for legacy heroes with multiple threats. Okay, awesome. So legacy characters are going to be characters that I already started and perhaps used again in these campaigns. Yep. Main enemy is going to be Deepest. Okay. Adventure standard difficulty is fine for me. I am not here to do a real hard game. I think I've already picked the mods. Oh no, I can pick some more. So I want to pick a few expanded things just to keep it interesting. Let's see. Get with this one. Events for changing things. Sure. Campaign I don't know if that applies to this one or not. I want to try some of these new weapon options that I picked up. Sure, more skills. Why not? I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I'm going to. Spirits are these little adorable creatures, and they come in 4 flavors, and if you catch one of them, you can apply that flavor of like magic essentially to your weapons, and this lets you do so for armor, which will be interesting. I think I'm gonna keep my overland simple for now and not worry about this stuff or any of that. We'll just stick with this. No, I wanted to do the hold your ground. Okay. I do not do carved in stone. If something goes really horribly awry, I will often replay the map. We'll see if I stick to that while I am doing this as a Let's Play. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. So I've got Krulura here and Olive is actually Krulura's daughter, and then Aegina. Which that would be interesting to take these two. I like those both, but I don't need 2 warriors and a hunter. So if I'm gonna pick a mystic, Ro is my fire mystic. She actually pairs really well with her best friend Mossy. They're a lot of fun together. Karsten, I don't think I used very much. Clint was my very first mystic, but I never found him that interesting, to be honest. Lorleave is pretty new. Medalia's neat. She's a very defensive, like, earth-based mystic, but the one I'm going to take is Whaley here. Whaley is really interesting with Indignance and with their wolf aspected stuff happening, because it means they're actually really effective at melee range, which is somewhat unusual. Indignance here means that whenever you come into melee range or close contact with an enemy, whether you moved or they moved, they take damage. It's pretty great. Question is, do I really want Indignance Plus, which increases damage and range, or do I want to grab Elementalist? I think I want Indignance Plus. Okay. Alright, this looks good to me. Okay, so for Kralura, this is more interesting. I don't remember viciousness. Melee attacks deal +1 damage is pretty good. Oh yeah, I can choose 3 because I've ranked her up that far. Heroism is just so good. It gives you an extra ability that turn once per combat. So once per combat she can do extra things, and that could just be so clutch. Engage is nice from like a tank point of view. It gets people enmity, but I really like broad swipes and viciousness because this means she can hit a lot of things. So we'll start with that. Olive, I didn't use as much, but I will give her the Quelling Moss. It's a poison AoE ability, and it's pretty sweet. So she only has 1 star, so I can't take the upgrade. And that's going to be my start. This is the first time I've done a campaign which starts me with Legacy, or all Legacy. One of the earlier campaigns started you with 2 Legacy and 1 randomly created character. Okay, so I've got my enemies here. Deepest, these are going to be the main bad guys apparently. Dralvin, which I have not done their campaign yet, so I don't know a whole lot about them. Same with the Thrixel. Like, I've encountered them in some occasional battles, but I haven't done the campaign. I've done the Morthagi campaign, and I've done the Gorgon campaign, but there aren't going to be any Gorgons, so that's fine. Okay. The sprawling valley, these towering peaks, you feel the shape of them in your blood. They are as they were when life was young, when the first of our people set foot on the untilled soil. Those were cold days, stumbling days, but we were not alone. There were the beasts of the earth, of lake and stream, of the sky, and other shapeless things, both willful and strange. Some came with friendship, others with mischief, and one day, over our lowly hovels, swooped Vulture. Okay, so this was how this campaign opened up. My characters were having like just a chat at a fire, and then it like cut to this traveler who passed them by who was related to Vulture somehow. It was not terribly clear. He was known to us by name and rumor, the mighty sun thief, cunning, capricious, covetous. So I don't know if the character I saw before is the same character, just someone part of the story. Insatiable in his appetites, he conquered and devoured, and thirsted after all that shone and sparkled, jewels and gems and stars and moon. And most of all, he desired the sun. So up to the sky's very rim he soared, and with his beak he tore it down and carried it back to his mountain. And then the sun shone only at Vulture's whim, and the land fell into bitter winter. So it was when we came to the valley. Cruel winds froze the blood in our veins. Long nights stole our children and our old. In the middle of our mourning, Vulture appeared. He claimed us as his subjects, and he offered us a span of sunshine, a warm and prosperous year. In return, we would pay him tribute to the corpses of our dead. We refused. Incensed, Vulture spread his wings and departed. But when we lay asleep, he returned, clutching in his talons a lick of sun flame. It burgeoned into a mighty blaze and consumed all that we had built. But courage sometimes is born from great anguish. Think that was the end of the old bird? Oh, Whaley here has a little pet something mousy kind of thing. So did our ancestors, actually. Flames charred his flesh and melted his feathers, but the malice, so pure and pungent, which dwelt in Vulture's heart, would not perish. Gnarled and misshapen, he arose, hissing his hate and vowing revenge. Imagine being too hateful to die like a normal thing. He's a regular pest in lots of the old stories, always popping up to eat us and steal our joy. My Nan had a big old book of stuff like that, rocked me to sleep with it. Always liked a talking animal. Yeah, so Whaley had a transformation that turned them into a wolf-ish person. And there it is. That should do it. I'd gotten sort of used to the old drip drop. Wonderful, miss it. Hey, you good with doors? Sorry, of course I'm glad to help, but you don't have a regular house mender for this kind of work? Out here? I'm lucky to see the same face twice, much less an odd jobber. First it was the floods, now it's rumors of kidnappers and beast worshippers. Not a lot of folks willing to risk the road. Just the adventuring types mostly, not that I'm complaining. Get to meet some real heroes sometimes. Why, as soon as I saw you, I thought, how about those two? Huh? The dusty roads that stitch this yawndering together are riddled with inns like canes. Here weary feet can stall while empty bellies are filled and words are traded. News and rumor, tale and song. Like seeds lodged in a traveler's shoe, they take root wherever they dropped. You're up from the river towns? Can you tell me if Krusty Badius ever finished his new windmill? Did you see it? Is it bigger than before? Don't worry, you'll get a chance to tell me all about it. I'll go ready the rooms. 3 heroes meet at an inn. Sounds like the start of one of Nan's stories. Quiet place. Far from anything. Here on a job too? Wouldn't say that exactly. Kane here was just telling me about his leaky roof, and I figure it's good practice to take work where it's offered. Well, Olive, that face tells me you've got an opinion. Guess asking for help is smarter than not. Their story isn't all new to Whaley. Cultists have plagued the people of these lands as far back as they remember, and lately it seems every new sun brings another grim tale of their doings, abductions, pilferings, and worse. The faces they meet on the road are too often clouded with fear and mistrust. It's not just the roads anymore. There's been farms attacked, and places like this. Old Uma had built her ranch up from nothing, took pride in her sheep, wouldn't let them be carried off. It didn't end well. So the river people tried putting a company together, hiring folks to patrol the roads, root out the cultists. We were the only volunteers. And you're wondering if I... Okay, who's ready to see my collection? The one in the middle's Karsten Hobble. Passed through a few years ago and let me take his sketch. Really captured his fierceness, don't you think? Well, that's fun. So these are some of my other characters. I see Cobius on the right, and I think that's Medallion, maybe? Anyways. And there's Lonkus and Leah, and of course the amazing Cobius Owl. My wall of heroes, I call it. Always looking for new additions. Want me to show you which beds they slept in? Oh god, buddy, dude. No thanks. By a cracking earth, plans are settled. Saving a spot on my wall for you, Whaley. Don't forget. Alright, so what's your big thing? What are you most after in this world? She asks everyone that. Don't think about it much. Want to be happy just like anyone. Try not to chase things that... Cling, cling. Okay, I love the, like, sound effects in this game. Know what that sounds like? Pling, crack. They scramble down the hillside, chasing sounds of a scuffle in the canyon entrance, where a traveler's beset. Alright. Let's see what fight we have on our hands here. Okay, so here are my enemies. It's not going to be too bad yet. The slingers have range. The the horn children are annoying, but only have like 1 hit point. The chosen is going to be probably the most annoying of all these guys. Oh, who are you? Oh, he's the traveler. Got it. Panicked. Bracken is having trouble moving. I see that. Okay, so first of all, Whaley, I have a job for you. Yeah, see, it's so good. Now, the thing is, Whaley is a mystic, which means that they can interfuse with different things in the environment and then use those to essentially do magic spells. So now I have options. I have the intrinsic things that Whaley can do. Are they holding a sword? Now they've got a sword. Okay. This is a wand, so I don't really want to strike with the wand. I could strike with the sword if I wanted to. It has, oh, the wolf claw has water. Interesting. Sorry, this is from a spirit, the water is. I thought it was on the strike. It's on the wolf claw, which is actually really fantastic. When a water weapon does a stunt, which is like a sort of like a critical hit, if it's water type, you get your action back, which is really amazing. Or I could do, instead of the intrinsic Whaley, so this is weapon, this is because they're a wolf. This is because they've interfused with that object. So I think I'm actually going to do discus, because it's 85% chance likely to hit this, and then it can also ricochet to hit that enemy. Which it did. So, nice job, Whaley. Yeah, each character gets gets 1 sort of fast thing and then 2 regular ones. So here, since it's still green, that doesn't end my turn. But with the red in it, it does end your turn. I'm not gonna do her quelling moss because that would be better against more enemies. I don't see the other enemies. So they might be back here in one of these shaded areas. I think what I'm going to do is have actually Krillura move because she's the warrior and she's going to be melee. And then she's going to strike. So this is a fire weapon, which means that it would do extra damage on a stunt and set things on fire. Let's see. Let's move this way just to see if I reveal anything. I don't want to push too far. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to actually push that far. There he is. Okay, this guy's just gonna wait. I don't need to. Yeah, this might be bad. That was too far for Olive. I was like, maybe I'll silk step. I should have silk stepped. Ha! Okay, she dodged. It's all good. Okay. So I'm gonna have... Hey, Whaley. How far can Whaley make it? Okay. I'm gonna have Whaley move here. And do that. Yeah, exactly. That's why Whaley's awesome. Okay, and then I still can interfuse. And I still have a turn. I don't know that I can actually... Okay, I'm going to try this trick. If I do discus off the rocks, it might hit that enemy. Perfect. Okay, so now... Can I get Krillura over here? No. I can do my heroism. So now I can. Because now that double move doesn't use both of my... Like, it uses up 2 things, but I have 3 essentially instead of 2. And I can hit this guy. Okay, and then Olive can move back. See, they get a bonus defense when they stand next to each other. That's called walling. And then... wait. Yeah, your bow. Let's do your bow. And she has a stone bow. You don't normally start with elemental weapons unless it's a legacy character, and these are all legacy. Alright, Whaley, you're up. I might as well. Okay, so no stunts. I don't get the action back, but that's okay. I didn't really have anything else for them to do anyways. Might as well poison this guy. And then... oh, I can't shoot, but I can swap to... oh, I can't hit because it's a thing. Ah, shoot. Alright, well, let's switch to Krulera and see what happens with this hit. So it may just kill the guy and it won't matter. Yeah. We done here? Wasn't too... oh, you alright? Yeah, just, oh. Oh, no. Thought you'd try to catch him. Figured you would. Oh, the Pete's. Poor man. Think we can carry him back to the inn? Ugh. Where? What? Easy now. There's a place up ahead. You're safe while you're with us. Get some rest. By the time they reach the roadhouse, the stranger is fully awake. Calmly declines all offers to treat his wounds, accepting only a seat at the table and a bowl of warm broth. He lets the steam bathe his face for a few moments, breathing deeply, then takes the bowl to his lip and drains it. You look brighter. Do they not say that medicine mends the body while a warm meal restores the mean? Restores the what? The min? Oh my god, Krulera. I hadn't heard that one. You live around here? Yes. I have called the Grey Reaches home since I was very young. Grey Reaches? Is that not what you call these lands? Oh, Nan said that was the name a long time ago. This stretch of country. From high atop the greyest peak, all the land and shadows reach. Or something like that. Had a funny way of naming back then. This guy is very, suspicious. Yes, well, some of us still use the name. Shall we go stand by the fire? It occurs to me, friends, that I owe you an introduction. Bracken is my name. I am a servant. I wouldn't have taken you for... A life of servitude is little valued by some, derided by others. Yet it is the life of my choosing. Other paths presented themselves, easier paths perhaps, yet deplorable to my eyes, though through every hardship I have stood by my lord, whilst he endured all the ills and indignities the world would inflict. I think I saw this guy in my previous campaign. But now, to have his home overrun by those things, worshippers of false gods, what do they call themselves? Downers? Talking about deepists? Ah, yes, that's the word. In the roots of our mountain, their tunnels sprout and tangle like weeds. In our home, beneath my lord's chair, their leader skulks. And from safety, he directs his followers to conquer and pillage. Their numbers grow, they spread, their stronghold all but unassailable, except... there are a few passages, entrances which only my lord and I know of, so I came, in search of a few brave souls to aid us. Dare I hope that my search is over? Bracken's resting finally. Long day for him. You've been quiet, Krulera. Something on your mind? Huh? Nothing really. Just thinking it was lucky we found him, and he found us. What we do next isn't really in question, is it? Well, there is one thing. Can't be a real band of adventurers unless you have a name. Something catchy, like... Oh no. This is the hardest part. It's coming up with a name. I appreciate that it's this guy coming up with a whole bunch of different options, because usually it's like one from each character, but no, this guy just has tons of ideas. I kind of actually don't mind the Battalion of the Roses Red. It has a nice poetic feel, so normally I go here and roll a bunch more until I find something good, but I like this one. I'll just do that. It's perfect. Here follow the tales of the but now I can't say it. The Battalion of the Roses Red, and over the grey hills they go. Alright, so this is the little corner of the world that I have access to right now. I'm in chapter 1. It's a 3-chapter thing. In order to finish the chapter, I have to do what it says. Clear all sites, locate Grey Mountain. Grey Mountain's going to be here. So to locate them, or to clear them, I have to go scout them. Don't think anybody's infested right now, but I'm sure they will be soon. However, oops. Get the right zoom here. Before I do any of that, I'm going to recruit somebody. Let's go. Okay, so now I can get somebody new, or I could choose from Legacy. I want to see what my Legacy options are. Ro and Medallia. I mean, Ro is amazing, but I don't have enough Legacy points. It would cost me 6. I only have 5. Okay, I'm just gonna do a regular person. And if I click here, I can look at some of the options here. So for example, I can choose a new gender. Like Whaley is non-binary, Krillur and Olive are female. And then you can also switch body type and voice and who they're attracted to. So I usually just go ahead and make people bi pretty often. I have a few explicitly gay characters and I guess a few straight characters too. And then it can randomly, somebody can be romanced or become rivals. They can have children. This is how Krillura has a daughter. If I go to stats and personality, here if I want to, I can reset some of their personality scores. And this mostly influences the kind of dialogue they have, which is a lot of fun. I like there to be a mix. So sure, this all seems fine to me. So this guy seems cool. Tim. I'll stick with him. There comes soon a night when Whaley's path puts them down again at the old inn door. Glib glibble glee. From outside, the innkeeper's haltless chatter sounds like merry music. Eva climbed on my roof that one and was able to fix the leak. Of course, I used to wash my neck from the drip that was dropping, so now I... Hope you're not filling anyone's head with nonsense, Kane. Whaley Campfence, I was sure you'd be out having adventures. What happened? Come fill a bowl. What happened was, I found a recruitment opportunity. Trail happened to bring me back. I'll stay the night again if I'm welcome. You'll never be a stranger under this roof. It's half yours. Whaley's fed, and they gently talk of the warning signs they've seen on near roads. The need for a bit of caution. I think it's lucky you happened back. There's a man in this very room who's just finished pining to me for his adventuring chance. Not any chance, just a good opportunity, right? Go on and tell them. Guess I'll admit I've got a little bit of that runtish envy for the ones who've been able to stand up and win back the world from the, from the bad things, the encroaching evil and all. Maybe I sound flippant, but I am serious that if you're the mystic Kane's been singing about all night, if your company's called the Battalion of the Roses Red, I'd like to join you. I don't care, really. Yeah, come along if you want. Your name's Tim? Tim Copperbatter. It's deepest in the mountain. You'll help even if you're just some extra eyes, extra hands. At camp, you know? Don't be in too big a rush to get dangerous. Had my share of run-ins. Know enough to know their breath stinks. We'll do our best to teach you. I'll do my best to learn. I can see that's true. Ooh, chills. I just got chills. This innkeeper is cracking me up. Okay, so now I can choose warrior, hunter, or mystic. Now, I already have a good warrior. I already have a good mystic. I tend to overload on hunters if I'm going to have extras because they have good range and good abilities. The problem with too many mystics is sometimes you end up competing for infusion materials. Not often an issue, but could be. And unless you specifically give them a lot of range, it can be difficult to have multiple warriors just in terms of keeping up. It can be good. They're all good, but I'm going to choose a hunter here. And so now I have to actually train him. And that's good because then Olive will get her health back. Which it looks like she already did. Tim is ready for adventure, so now I get to actually choose an ability for him. These all look like new. Okay, Thornfang I don't usually choose because I very rarely pick a melee focus build for hunters because the whole point is to give them range. They often run daggers, so you could run a hunter with a dagger and a sword, or a shield. But at that point, why not have a warrior with a sword and a shield? So I tend to only have warriors in melee range, warriors in Whaley. Any number of swift actions per turn is interesting if you had more than one swift action. Jump Jaw. Twice per combat as a swift action, you throw a Jump Jaw trap that will deal 2 damage and pin the first enemy who walks near. Like, I guess. I don't like any of these. I'm gonna do something I never do, and I'm gonna reroll. I didn't like any of those. Ha! Here we go. Archery. This is the best, probably, ability for a hunter. Because, anytime you get hit with ranged, or anytime somebody attacks you with range, so you can dodge it, you do a counterattack at range, and it's amazing. Okay, I think at this point I'm going to explore north first, since I know that ultimately I'll have to come down here to the south. So we can come here and scout it. You'll notice that this is counting up. This is for calamity cards. Calamities make the enemies you fight harder. This one is for incursions, but there are no infested tiles, and you can't get incursions without an infested tile. So if something gets infested, probably from here, this will start counting up as well. And an incursion is just a really big fight. But here we've scouted this, so now we're going to go ahead and do an assault here. Hey, Tim, what's on your face? Oh my god. Oh, this? I find it laying around somewhere. It's totally radiating with cool energy, so I picked it up. Okay. Alright, I just see up here in the corner from new events, I'm like, this feels like a non-original event, but it's hilarious. I figure with this thing on, our enemies would be dazzled with the cool energy I radiate, thus giving us an advantage in battle. Well, what do you think? Don't I look cool? We still love you. Lame, says Whaley. Please take that thing off. I don't want to be cool anymore. Alright. So these are my options. I am going to throw it in the air. Yeah! Crag Eagle used Tailwind. Okay, this is just too silly for me. These events, like, it's breaking the, like, not that there aren't silly events in the original, but this one is, I don't know. It seems sillier than the usual ones. I guess I don't have a choice. Speed +1. Okay, sure. Like, the Pokemon reference just pushes it over the top. Alright, Tim's stunt chance doubled. You know what? I'll take it. I also want to get him some clothes at some point. Like, a real set of armor would be nice. Okay. But let's see. So usually what I do is I have a hunter come open a door. Nice. You know what? She'll just go ahead and do her AoE poison. And then they'll take, at least the one guy who's poisoned, will take damage every turn. Cruller doesn't have range? Maybe she'll come up here so she can be walled with Olive. Okay. And then I have these options. So this is a new option where I can increase block, or I could choose Guardian. So if somebody comes within range, she'll do the melee attack. And I'm gonna do that. I'm a big fan. Okay, I'm too far away for the usual, you know, Whaley thing. But I can interfuse these candles. And that's pretty great because then I can steal the fire from the candle and move it onto this dude. And he not only took a bunch of damage, but when he starts his turn, he'll take more damage, which is pretty great. But I'm still going to move forward. Tim. And shoot at this guy then. Ah, of course. Yeah, so that guy goes down. The thing about the Quelling Moss is that a single poison is not that much, although it will get... If they put it on somebody big and it lasts a long time, obviously, then that helps. What'll be nice is if I can upgrade it and start dealing more damage, and then, you know, hitting groups and they take multiple points of damage. That's when things get really nice. Okay, how far can Whaley go? Let's go open this door. Okay, we got somebody else. I don't think there's... Yeah, this looks like it's all wall, so I'd have to circle all the way around. Alright. Gosh, they keep dodging those 87s or whatever. Alright. Let's try another. There we go. And then Whaley can't really do much. This guy's ranged, so I'm not even going to push Whaley into the room because they're not going to come near them. That's the archery ability. Nice. Now, the problem is Tim is down to 3 hit points and is in front. The good news is that guy had to walk and couldn't attack. I'm gonna pull Tim back. He'll still shoot this guy. But I'm not gonna let him go for, like... I'm not gonna have him push forward in the front. Let's do the bite, because that doesn't end Whaley's turn. Sweet. Oh, that was it. That was all the enemies. Nice. Oh, Whaley and Krulur are rivals. Sure. The big effect is that if, like, Whaley gets a kill, then Krulur gets a, like, now I'll show you kind of bonus or something. It's kind of fun. A war flail. Okay, so this is because I picked up the new kinds of weapons, because this is definitely new. Now, the issue here is that everybody has something, although Tim here just has tier 0. God, no wonder he's so bad. So I'll replace his knife. I think, right, because she's got... Hers are already elemental because she came in with it. I could give it to Olive instead of the dagger. At that point, I might as well give him something better. Okay, so here's a calamity. Every time you finish a fight, your enemies get stronger. So that one does more damage. Sure. Let's secure the site, because that will give me an item. Cost me more time, but at this point it's only... I'm only dealing with calamities, not incursions, and I want the stuff. Oh, it is dealing with incursions now. This is now infested. Okay. Nonetheless, I always do it that way anyways. So this is my stuff. If I look here, I can see my materials. I can use those to upgrade weapons and armor at the end of the chapter. A ring for extra warding. So warding protects against magical damage. He's probably going to have the worst warding, although not by much. Still, it's the worst, so he gets it. And now I'm going to go here. Morthogi are infesting the tile. They may ambush groups with 2 or fewer heroes, so always send them in groups of 3 or 4. And this is good because, again, it gives Tim time to get his health back. And then I'm going to patrol, which reduces the danger of the area. Again, it takes time. That's alright. Alright. But I think I'm going to call that good, because I've been playing for a little while already. And I will do this fight next time. Alright, catch you later. Bye.